is up, YouTube? Today we're going to be reviewing Core Class / Legion Combiner Infernocus from the Last Night movie. I hope that y'all enjoy this video. I'm going to get right into it because I'm super duper excited about this. So before we get into it though, I'm going to explain how I'm going to do this. I'm going to review each one, so this is probably going to be a lengthier review because I like to go in detail. Anyways, I am going to review each one on its own, though, and we're going to judge each one, and I'm going to make a ranking at the end, and that's what we're going to do. So, first, we're going to come up with Devil Doggo. I know that's not his name. Don't flame me in the comments. I know that's not his name, but I bought him used, and I don't know if the packaging gave them names, so this is Devil Doggo. As you can see, it's like this two-headed either dragon or dog. I really can't tell. Like, the head looks like a dragon, but the body looks like a dog, so just Devil Drago Dog. There we go. This thing's very neat, though. You know, I mean, this would probably be about a core class today. This is probably the same size as, like, core class Ravage or whatever. But, this is a Legion class, I'm pretty sure. So, very neat, though. A lot of sculpting. It's very neat, and I enjoy it a lot. As you can see, there's a lot of waffling in the neck there and a lot of hollow bits, but it's a fun little thing. I mean, I got these couple hours ago and I've not been able to put them down. They're just so fun to mess with. And the color for it is just awesome. So let's go straight to articulation because I'm going to try to make this somewhat of a fast review. So anyways, so the head's on, let me just move the arm back. So the head is on this ball joint right here, which can go out here, so you can get this movement right here. It goes in that much. The head goes down that much. It is a very expressive ball joint. You can get side to side action. You can go that much up. You can go all the way around. If you can, oh Lord, that's not supposed to happen. Let me move this dude. There we go. You can go all the way around, and you can go all the way down. So very expressive ball joint for the neck. You can get some pretty good movements in the heads. Definitely can get them looking pretty different. I really enjoy that. Now, the head due to transfer, let's move these things in real quick. I'm just going to leave mine like this because this is going to be easier. Now, this doesn't look good, but you do whatever you want. This is your Transformer toy. So, oh, looks like it has one head almost. That's weird looking. Anyways, so you do have this little joint right here. So this can move all the way up like that, and it can move all the way back. So you could have him or lunging like a horse, like, or, what's the word? Can't remember now. Anyways, you can have him galloping. That's it. You can have him galloping, yada yada. Anyways, the arms are on a ball joint right here, so you can get some outwards movement all the way around, inwards movement, wiggle. You can get a lot of movement out of the legs. Heads are expressive. The back of the feet do have ankle joints. It does have an ankle pivot, which is very neat, I think, and a pretty decent one for a Legion. The legs are on a ball joint, and they can go all the way around, just like so. They can go that much out. They can go that much above. They can go that much in. They can do the full splits on bot mode, too. We're going to get into that, too. We're going to get into that also. So, the feet are on a ball joint, so it can move back that much, up that much. It can pivot this way that much, and that way that much. And due to transformation, it can spin all the way around, and it also being on a ball joint. So that is it for Devil Doggo's, his beast mode. I really enjoy this. It's definitely, for me, it might be the best one in the pack. You know, the Pterodactyl one, I didn't mean to spoil that, but the Pterodactyl one's pretty cool, but this guy is just, he's unique. You know, you don't get very many double-headed things in Transformers anymore. Alright, let's move on to the bot mode, and I'm going to skip this part because it is absurdly simple, so. And there's his bot mode. This thing's actually really cool. So the way that it transforms, though, is that the dragon head actually becomes the arms. I think that is sick. If there was a way you could have slid blast effects in there, that would have been awesome. Like to have him going and just shooting out of both dragon heads, that would have been really cool. But all in all, yeah, it's a very decent dino mode. Not dino mode, bot mode. What am I thinking? I'm not going to go over articulation because it's literally just the exact same thing in beast mode, just a little bit wonky. So, there is no head pivot. There is no knee pivot. Yeah, there's none of that. But you do have this now. Anyways, that's it for this bot mode. And then I will do the combined mode for all of them, like, at the end. So, let's move on to the next one. I'm going to give this one a 7 out of 10. I really enjoy this one. Let's go on to the next one. And here we have the next one. Now, I have no idea what this is supposed to be, and this is definitely the worst one in the pack. This is like, the best way I can describe it is like a porcupine, almost. Like a demented, starved porcupine. I'm not gonna stay long in beast mode because I hate this thing. It looks okay. No, it looks terrible, but it's fun to play with, so it does have a redeemable quality, so... head sculpt's very nice, teeth is nice, the orange paint is nice. Really, all you're getting on these is just a little bit of silver paint somewhere. I don't know where that silver paint is, I forgot, honestly. And a little bit of orange. So, not very colorful, but I don't mind it. Anyways, articulation is, these things are on a soft ratchet, surprisingly. I don't know why they are. But you have a soft ratchet right here. The head can just... Hold on, let me see if I can get it. There it is. The head can demogorgon. That's due to transformation. Transformation also is god-awful, pretty much. Legs are on the ball joint, so yada yada, squiggly squaggly, and I am done with beast mode. This thing is not very good. But, let's see if bot mode redeems it. So, wonk! Ta-da! Here's bot mode. Alright, this bot mode looks very good, but only from the front. Those legs, man. They look like high heels almost, like from this side. They look like high heels, like high heel boots. This guy's a very cool bot mode, actually. Like, the kibble's not bad. That actually looks like good kibble. I mean, it looks good. And he doesn't have bad articulation. I mean, he does have, never mind, I'm wrong. This guy's mediocre at best. I gave the dog a 7. I gotta give this guy like a 4. I mean, it's not a bad one. It's like, it comes with it. It's a part of it. So I'm fine with having it, but this is not something that if I saw at Walmart, I would go, oh, I want this snag, even if it was $4. So, if you see this guy separately or something, just don't get him. Just, this guy is not worth it. I mean, he looks good in bot mode again, but his feet are so funky. And his head is so loose, and that may be because of him being used, but I don't know. And he's basically a statue apart from his arms and his doodad feet. His feet are funky, and it's hard to show off on camera. So, let's just go on to the next one, because this guy is bad, so... Alright, now that he's gone... Pterodactyl Man. I'm naming him Terry, because, again, I don't know their names, so... this is a very, very awesome Pterodactyl mode. I feel like now... I watched the Prime versus Prime review of this guy, and he said that you could turn this into a G1 swoop, which I could see with a little bit of remodeling in the head. I could definitely see getting a G1 swoop out of this. This is a very cool mode. Like, I love Core Class Swoop, but he doesn't really fulfill the Pterodactyl for me, because he's too flat. And I love that for G1, but to have an actual Pterodactyl, this guy really does it for me. He's awesome, you know. I mean, he can really get in some cool poses. This is definitely the best one out of the 4. Now, there is one more, but he's like more of a core class anyways. As you can see, though, there is some pretty decent molding. You can see some spine up here. His tail's pretty nice. His feet are nice. The wings are nice. And he has a pretty large wingspan. Like, that's taller than a core class. I mean, that's a good wingspan for such a small thing. So I really do enjoy that part of it. Now, let's move on to articulation. This guy's definitely the most animated. So, due to transformation, his neck does move this back, so you can get some Oh, that's weird. You can get some. I mean, you can. His head does move independent, which is nice. I really wish his beak. Sorry, wish his beak moved, but it doesn't. Sadly. Let's move the arms out of the way for now. Move on to the back. His tail, due to transformation, can move all the way back up here, so you can have his tail wagging like a little happy dog. His legs are just on ball joints, so you can go out that much. You can spin them all the way around and try not to pop them off. Stuff like that. And due to transformation, the claws can bend in that much due to transformation. So, there is the bot mode. And you do have a ball joint right here, so this can move around freely, almost, apart from the little shoulder pad doohickey. This is molded at an angle. I'm sure that you could figure out a way to kind of straighten it up, but it's always going to be like this for pterodactyl mode, which isn't bad once you get into bot mode. Trust me, it's not going to be too much of a problem. Anyways, pterodactyl mode, definitely the best beast mode, I think. It really does capture it, and it does something that you know what it is. Everything else is just like drug monster. I don't know how else to put it. But let's go on to the bot mode. Oh, Lord, he's flat now. Okay. Anyways, this is bot mode. Let's just straighten his arms out, so from him being flattened. And kind of set up the wings a little bit. Alright, anyways, this is bot mode. Definitely my second favorite bot mode. He's cool. You know, and let's compare him to Swoop real quick. Yeah, I could see this being a G1 Swoop. I could see it. Just a little bit more of a retooling. If they did a Infernocus with the Studio Series, I feel like that'd be perfect. Like, keep the core class, do all of that, but give us Studio Series Infernocus. This would be awesome in Studio Series. So, Swoop next to Pterodactyl Man. If you can't tell, I'm really trying to compare these two, because these are really what, these have a comparison. Everything else is just drug monsters, like I said earlier. You can't really compare. Anyways, though, articulation's pretty much the same, so I'm not going to really go over it. I mean, you do have a new knee joint, kind of, due to articulation. And what I like is that he kind of has, like, Starscream high heels from Transformer Prime. Like, that's kind of cool looking, actually. And that mighty, fearful wingspan still shows up in bot mode, so you can have him. I was able to get him in some cool poses earlier. Let's see if I can do it again. Here we go. So you can get him in some really decent poses. And because of the way that the foot transforms, you can get a knee joint, which is really, really rare in all of these suckers. Like, there's only one that has knee joint, and that's like the centerpiece. So, yeah, this guy, definitely my favorite one. Definitely. So, let's move on. I can't think of any more transitions to do. You know what, we'll just throw them. Let's do another one. And there's the last one. Well, we had the centerpiece, but... Anyways, this guy, I don't know what he is. I don't know. Mohawk, beaver... I don't know. Let's just do articulation. Spins all the way around. He does... I'm just gonna take that off. This can spin all the way around, and he does have articulated fingers. Oh my god. That's pretty neat for a core class, but it is for transformation, so, yeah. Take that how you want to. His legs can go wibbly-wobbly. They can't go out any. They can go up that much, back that much. His head, due to transformation, can go up. So, if you kind of want to fake him looking up, you can't not do that. I am wrong. That's it for articulation. This guy is a brick compared to the last one. So, let's just do the bot mode. What is another transition that I can do? Oh, I know. And here's bot mode. This guy is really cool. Out of all of them, this is definitely my favorite bot mode. Now, I know that I said that about this guy. I think I did. I don't remember. This guy functions the best and is second to this guy. This is definitely my favorite bot mode because it just looks cool. That head sculpt really does, though, give me, like, Grimlock vibes. Like, that really does look like Grimlock. I don't know, maybe that's why I like it so much. Because it really does remind me of, like, these boyos and all that. This guy's really cool. And his articulation's not bad. His arms can move out like that. No waist swivel at all. The head doesn't move any. I mean, you can get wibble wobble, wibble wobble. His legs go up that much. His legs go back that much. He can do the full splits. I'm surprised. Okay. His toe can move in due to transformation. And his legs can spin around until that little claw messes it up. So that is the rest of them. We only have one more to go, and then we can move on to combined mode. So, no fancy transition this time. Well, it's not fancy. It's kind of low budget, but this is the last guy right here. Definitely the most dramatic presence out of all of them. Like, you can look at this guy and just know he's going to kill you in a matter of 4 seconds. So let's just kind of get him up close to the camera. Now, this guy is really cool. He's got like this really neat silver weathering to his face. Like, it's not silver paint. It's like it's scratched up. It's nice. His eyes are beady. He's got some really nice teeth. He's got a rib cage, which also hides the combiner head. So I like that you can still see the teeth, though, the combiner. So he does come with these two swords. Now, this is the combiner sword. And the way you do is that you take both of these, and you just take this end and shove it in there. And you get one giant sword. Which, let's let Core Class Swoop hold it for a second. It's pretty honkin' huge. It's like two core classes. It's a pretty big sword. I wish that it was a 5mm port, like his hands and all that. That's one con that I have for the combiner mode. He's not a 5mm port system. Because only core classes can wield this mighty weapon, which is kind of sad, because this is a huge sword. And it would look great for, like, Volcanicus and all that, but if we can grab his hand right here, there is no kind of compatibility. Not a 5mm port. Good lord. So, that's kind of sad, though, but that's the combiner weapon, and then this is how you would have him hold it, so he can have his own mini sword. I love it when they do that, when they allow sword for both modes, because not even Motormaster's sword did that, you know? The sword for the Legacy Combiner was made to be bigger, but then it looked too big for Motormaster, but too small for Minosaur. So, I love it how they did this, and I don't know why this is not like, well, that's a doorbell. I don't know why this is not incorporated to more combiners. So, let's move on to combine mode. I am going to do all of these because this is going to take too long, so I'll be right back. And Combiner Volcanicus. So I'm going to hurry up this review because I have company at my house right now. So this is going to be an absurdly fast review. So I'm not doing articulation. He has knee, no ankle pivots, no elbows, swivel right here. His head barely moves. He can look up and down. That's barely it. This guy's really cool. You know, it's definitely messy, and it's definitely not the best combiner, and I would argue that it may be better than this. I don't know yet. I'm going to have to wait until I get Volcanicus done. But it's a very good combiner. If you want to, I got this for $20, and there's nothing wrong with it. There's not a lot of paint chippage. There's nothing really loose. I mean, there's one thing loose, but I got it for $20. If you can find this guy for less than $50, I say get it. I mean, it's pretty worth it too, because you get 5 pretty good figures. Like, each one of them, none of them are really bad. Some of their beast modes are terrible. They're all god awful, really. But they're still fun toys to play with. So if you enjoy just having, I'm going to put a couple of core class in here while I'm talking. So if you enjoy just having a dumb figure that is just fun to play with, I totally recommend this. You can get it for pretty cheap. If you don't look for the Quintessa little figure thing, you can get this pretty cheap. Just that's what most people's problem is that they try to get the whole thing, and it ends up being $100, $150, $200. I've seen some astronomical prices for this little dude right here. So, again, if you like just little dumb stuff, I totally recommend this figure right here. This guy is really fun, And that's pretty much it. And he's pretty big. He's about I can't really think. He's a little bit larger than Voyager. I would say maybe the size of Scourge. Maybe a little bit less than Scourge. I'll post some pictures on my community later. And I hope you all have an awesome day. Hope you all enjoyed the review. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see y'all next time. I'm going to give him a 9 out of 10. See y'all next time. Bye.